I'm Will from MBUK and we're here in Dorset on the south coast of England with your friend and mine, Deeks, the Deakinator, Mr. OiOi himself. It's Ben Deakin.
Well, mate.
How's it going, Ben?
All good, dude.
And what are we doing here today?
We're here in my local shredding spot to show you guys some of the epic yet small trails. Let's get it. OiOi! OiOi! Right, left here, Will.
Whoa. Ben, your CV reads like a hero from an action novel. Like, you're a pro mountain biker, you've been a Royal Marine Commando, you've been to Utah's dig crew for Brendan Fairclough, and you've fought. Does normal life just seem boring?
Don't have in it.
Can we not put that in?
No,
We can't put the in.
It's
Why
too
not?
gnarly. We all had to sign an embargo, so it's like, yeah, don't have that in, yeah.
Is normal life just boring after all that?
I think it is, to be honest, Will. I mean, when I left the Marines, I couldn't just live a 9 till 5. So this was very much something that I've done for a number of years. And after the Marines, I just wanted to have fun. And before you know it, which I no doubt we're going to touch on, social media took over. And now I'm here doing it as a living. So cannot moan at all.
So your YouTube vids, you've got ones with over 1 million views on. Like, how do you feel when you log onto your computer in the morning and you see how many people have watched your shenanigans?
So this is going to sound really bad, but every video I make for myself. So any kids out there, please don't go like hunting. It's all about do something that makes you feel good. Like for me, it was making a video of my holiday that I'm just putting out there. And if people like it, then great and amazing. If they don't, well, I don't really care because it's my video and I literally made it for me. Now, it comes back to the core of why do you ride a mountain bike? And for me, it's always having the fun. And the minute you're trying to go like hunting or anything like that, I think it ruins the love for what you do it for, you know?
So think of a cool idea, go out and pursue it, and the next thing you know, you're riding down a live volcano with Ollie Wilkins.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But yeah, a lot of the time it's spur of the moment things and we think, do you know what, that's going to be a good idea, let's do it. And you just gotta go for it, you know? We're not getting any younger.
And if you want to see what we're on about, head to Ben's YouTube channel and have a look, if you haven't already, at what it looks like to ride down a live volcano.
Pretty crap. So we're here at my local. I've been riding for a number of years, and even MBUK's Al Evans used to come here back in the day. So there's loads of stuff. It's been through maybe 3 generations of young lot build loads of stuff, and then they have enough, they all start cars, and then forestry do clearing, and then another lot. So yeah, I've seen it massively change over the years, but it's just fun. Small tracks, small hills, but really good fun, you know?
Sick. Let's go ride it.
Let's do it. Oh my God, the wind! That's slick!
So Ben, you've been a pro mountain biker for quite a long time now. I think we were working it out and it was about a quarter of a century.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
2006, you were mountain biking and you went to the careers office and you thought, I want to go into the military.
It was one of those where I was riding at a fairly good level, but certainly, you know, we didn't have social media, we didn't have any of that, so you couldn't make an out-and-out career from riding a push bike. And, you know, I certainly didn't want to be in an office 9 till 5, and that's when I went, do you know what, I'm going to join the hardest basic military training in the world to become a Royal Marine Commando. 111 of us started and only 11 of us finished. So, you know, there must have been 3 or 4 times during the training I was like, what on earth am I doing? I want to get out of here, it's too hard. Like, you've got sleep deprivation, you haven't got enough calories in you, you know, you're getting absolutely ragged. And then sure enough, when we did pass, all the training team was shouting, screaming at you, suddenly shaking your hands, calling you a mate, you know, and you're like, wow, this is really surreal. So it was really good.
So then you did all that training and then it was time to go out to a theatre of war.
So after basic military training, we ended up doing a number of pre-deployment training exercises in other countries, basically to gear us up, knowing that we're going from, you know, Salisbury Plain, Dartmoor, all of a sudden we're in the middle of a hot desert, which is Afghanistan, you know. Yeah. So yeah, what a place, what a mad experience. So we were basically guarding a enemy threat, which was a dam. Obviously, if the enemy got hold of that dam, then potentially they've got, you know, control of the whole area because it's a massive, massive threat.
So the next part of the story is perhaps not such a happy
No, so we were out there, I was out there for around 6 weeks. We were on a clearance patrol. We went to a village, and before you know it, all 3 of us were on a rooftop covering fire. Next thing you know, all 3 of us are hit. And you know, luckily for me, it went through a mate's legs first, and then it entered my ankle. And then it was jumping off the roof into cover. When I jumped off, I'd shattered ankle already, had an open dislocation, and then the fun didn't stop from there. It was a case of extracting to get to like a safer area.
Oh, that's super gnarly. So how did you recover from that injury, or like to what extent did you recover from that?
So after that, it was a case of, you know, everyone's got to be frontline deployed. So at some point, you've always got to make sure you're battle ready, battle fit. And obviously with the fact that I was shot in my ankle, the doc just sort of said to me, look, you know, great, you could pass all the tests, but long term, you know, you don't want arthritis in your 30s. And that was something that I took on board, and that's the main reason why I left. But when I think of the experience that I'd had and done, it's like I'd done everything that I wanted to do within the Marines anyway, you know, it's sort of ticked off. All in, I was probably in just over 8 years. And it was when I left the Marines, it was like, right, I'm not going straight into another job. I'm just going to almost have this equivalent of a student gap year.
Yeah.
So that's when I went to Whistler and just made a video of my holiday, you know, and that's how the whole vlogging thing started. I just thought, oh, mint, I'm riding with Jono Jones, Brendan, who else was there? Danny Hart, you know, just following him down. I've got my GoPro on, just make a video of my holiday. And I guess what made it a bit more viral than others was the fact that I got arrested in my pants for being a bit drunk and disorderly and resisting arrest, which didn't go down too well. And yeah, let's cut a long story short, a couple of nights in a police cell in Vancouver, going to court, pleading your innocence, blah, 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 blah. And there we go, the rest is history. That's what made a viral video. So kids out there, if you want to make a viral video, get arrested, follow Danny Hart, done. Whoa, hell!
What do you think of that?
Oh, sick. Like proper flowy. Like, I just followed Deeks in, he did this big old hip, and then you're sort of on the roller coaster going through, like no pedals, no brakes, big pulls.
That's literally what it is. It is a roller coaster. You haven't got to think about anything. The only thing, if you're sort of saying, right, if you're hitting this for the first time, it's that step down where you've just got to pop a bit more. But other than that, all of this is so well built. Give me that camera. I've noticed Ollie had the camera last time. I'm having the camera this time. Way more fun.
Okay.
Right, Max, is it recording? Yeah.
Is it flashing? Yeah, red light's on.
Going into coaching element now. I'm nothing to do with this. Disclaimer, this is your doing.
It's my decision.
To start off with, we drop in, we've got a step down. What I'd recommend for that step down is you give it a tiny bit of pop.
Yeah.
Don't rely on it being a drop.
Right.
And then it's up to you, but a lot of people that land that get a bit carried away, and then you're greeted with this. This is honestly easier than the step down, I can promise you that.
I've definitely hit bigger, but it's just when it's new and it's wet and all the excuses come out, you know.
This is so much better. Why do you want to film me when I'm just filming you two? So good. You know your better self, and you're just going to send it and have
Yeah, it's going to work. It's going to work.
Done.
Yeah, watch this.
He's enjoying his new role already.
I love this, mate. It's so much better. Like, you get paid for standing around watching two idiots riding.
I think there's a little more to it than standing around. One banger, come on.
You just come around the shelf and
Yeah.
you sort of hop right, and then you like into that bank over the roots.
Yeah, you got to hop it in, have you?
It'll be fun. Right.
Okay, let's send it.
All right, ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. My eyes were going to be streaming.
Dropping in.
Yo, buddy! To flat! Yes!
Oh, dude, that's big. Fair play.
No crashes today.
Straight out of the van and in onto that. Fair play.
I'm actually stoked with that. I'm honestly amazed. Like, I was waiting for you to, like, not chicken out, that's the wrong word, but I was waiting for you to pull out of that, and then he stopped it.
No, it just felt right. He pulled away from me as well.
See how it's safe though, eh?
Yeah, it felt it, and I just no brake off that. I'm not sure where I landed on the step down.
Step down, you mint. I had a bit of a case there. I'm not going to.
Oh, did I?
But, yeah. But you got over it.
I'm running real low at the moment as well.
Oh
Look.
my God.
Yeah, I hit that corner
What
and then
the
he blew it up. It was like. Rup!
I was going to ask you, Ben, who is your inspiration?
So my inspiration growing up was probably Steve Pete, purely because he was larger than life character. He'd go out drinking on the Saturday night and then he'd race on the Sunday and win. You know, he was so different to all the rest of the riders back then.
Not Ollie Wilkins.
Oh, obviously Ollie Wilkins is the man.
I think he's everyone's favourite rider,
Well,
isn't he?
he's got to be, isn't he? You know, he's my bestest teammate with Even. Even's the other guy, the German guy who rides on the same team, yeah.
I thought you were going to say teammates and benefits then.
Yeah, no, none of that. He knows the score.
So you've done some pretty cool stuff in your life. As well as working hard, you play hard. So can you tell us some of the highlights of cool stuff that you've done?
See, this has only come about because you asked me earlier off record and I'm mentioning it now. So I guess military stuff, obviously all in the past, and I've done a number of charity events to include summiting Kilimanjaro, doing the base camp at Everest. I've also stood on top of a biplane, but I'm too fat to do a loop-the-loop.
So stood on a biplane while it was flying?
While it's flying, yeah, not just in the airport, yeah. 14.5 stone, 6'1" bloke gets on top of a biplane and the pilot's like, fair play, like this is amazing, but we can't do any loops because you are too heavy. So he's just doing loads of veering and yeah, it's cool.
And this year marks your 20th year with Muck-Off, is that right?
20th year with a brand, Muck-Off, and it all started going into their factory when there was 5 people, and obviously now it's a worldwide, almost household name within the bicycle industry, certainly. And it's, you know, as we said earlier, it's just crazy to see so many bikes, brands, everything just change so much throughout, you know, essentially our careers as well.
Yeah. And another thing that's changed since we started racing is bike parks.
Yeah, bike parks are massive. You know, one of the reasons why we're here today is this is where I first started coming, a bit more serious riding, and you could only ride what you dug. And obviously now you can pay your £10, go and ride a bike park, go and choose what sort of trail you ride in. Do I want a blue run, red run, black run? Do I want tech? Do I want flow?
Yeah.
You know, kids now, dare I say, have got it so easy, but at the same time, you see such a progression at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all good. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. It's been a pleasure being an honorary guest with you guys, MBUK. I've taken you around the delights of a beautiful sunny Dorset. As you can see, the weather isn't too good now, but hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, it'd be great if you give MBUK a little follow, give Deeks a follow as well. And until next one, keep on looking at the channel for more content. See you in a bit. Oi, oi. Oi. Right, get out of here. Let's get a couple of
CEO of OiOi.
Oh, there we go. Oi, oi. Erect nipple as well because of how cold it is.